Hey guys. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of brekkie here. Happy Saturday. So, I had this great question from a great person, one of our wonderful family members at Profit Contractors, Mia. And Mia was asking the question around, she has a website. Sorry, I'm just licking my fingers here. My lovely wife has made me a nice egg sandwich. So guys, here's the question. The question was like, I got this website. How do I show to the prospects coming to the website, that I'm the authority, that I've got a process. Like, how do I explain it to them so that, in essence, I think what you were asking, Mia, was that you were asking, like, if somebody comes to the website, how do I get them engaged with us so that we are sort of teaching them and educating them along the way about our process. Okay, so that when you do engage with the prospect, and this is one of the things, guys, is first and foremost, you definitely need to have a process right from the minute that a prospect comes in front of you, whether that's on social media, say it's Facebook or Instagram, your website, a phone call. You have to have a process that funnels everything in to almost like an assembly line, step-by-step process. So Mia, let me answer your question here. Here we go. One of the things I noticed, Mia, with you, which is awesome, and you've got sort of like a couple of steps up on other people on this, is that I looked at your website and you've got a bunch of sort of like phases that you've listed out with descriptions. And Mia, as a matter of fact, hey Mia, how's it going? Maybe Mia, you can comment on here your website so other people can take a look at it later on, things of that nature. But here's the thing. You're already ahead of the game in describing these different steps you have, but there's a bit of a problem. You see, the human mind, in all honesty, doesn't like to spend a lot of time trying to understand things, right? It's, in all honesty, it's sort of lazy. So when we've got a lot of words associated with there it is, nailed it, there, right there, guys. Beautiful. Okay. So guys, go to that website if you want after this or even during this or what have you. Okay, so here's the thing. So you've got these great descriptions of what these different phases are, but the human mind is lazy, right? They get 2-3 sentences into what you're trying to describe to try and benefit them and trying to communicate with them, and they're like, okay, I'm going to move on, okay? So not that your descriptions aren't great. They are. They're awesome, okay? I was looking at them. Yeah, sure, they can be tweaked and edited and things of that nature, which is great, but here's part of the problem. When I've done some of these other tradie tips, you'll hear me often talk about, whiteboards and sticky notes and things of that nature. And one of the main reasons that works, and anybody that uses these things, keep in mind it is currently entirely written by people that aren't us. Hence the updating. Yeah, absolutely. So Mia, absolutely. So turning it into the language of you, and especially the prospect, actually less about you, 99.99% about the prospect as far as what they need to know, and educating them is key. But let's break this down. So when I was coming back to the sticky notes and whiteboards and things of that nature, the reason it works so well, guys, these whiteboards of communication, is because it's using 3 core modalities. Okay, modalities are like how the human mind actually processes information and learns things. So here's the 3 modalities, and then I'm going to get into these 3 core principles that are going to be awesome for everybody listening to this. Whether or not you got a website or not, principles still apply. So 3 modalities are visual. Okay, so we see things. That's why we got 2 eyes when we're looking ahead, right? Hunters, right? So it's basically VAK. So visual, auditory, so talking, right? And kinesthetic, something that you can touch and see and hear is the ideal way to communicate with people. So how do we bring that to the table with you, Mia? Well, you've got these 5 phases, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to, within a very short period of time, catch their attention with, you can call it a tagline, you can call it a title. A lot of you guys have downloaded some of our tools and templates, and like you, Mia, and Alex, you guys have seen some of these tools, like the 5 key money-making principles. That catches your attention. It's very short, it's very to the point, and it makes, here's the thing, it's enough information that in those words, it makes Profit for Contractors, makes me and my team be the authority. It catches that interest, right? What are the the 5 key money making meetings that contractors need to have, right? Download this tool, right? And it truly is. It's going to give amazing results, but you got to get them to keep going. So you want to come up with a title. So here it is, Mia. So if you're looking at, what you guys do, you want to maybe come up with a title that, if you got 5 phases in it or 5 steps to it, you want to use something numerical. That way people know that there's a process. And that's all coming out of that little, whatever name you want to call that process of yours on the website. So it could be, here's our, with the title, 5-step to renovation results or something like that, okay? Guaranteed renovation results, right? We can come up with different names, but you can see that there's a number 5. So now they're going to be curious, what are these 5? And there's actually 5 steps to this? Imagine them comparing you just with that title to the competition, right? Within a second, they're going to be looking at the competition's website or information, and they're going to be just listening, and their brain's going to be going, okay, get to the point. Whereas you're starting off with very specific 5 steps to guaranteed renovation results. Okay, and now what that allows you to do is that also immediately gets into the minds of the prospect. So that's principle number 1: is come up with a title for your process, your sales process, that is going to resonate with your prospect. Okay, and if you can put something numerical in it, then that gives the curiosity, and it starts to make you, especially with renovation results. It needs to have keywords in there that are reflective of what it is, the product and service, or the problem that you're trying to solve. Okay, renovation results reality or something like that. So you want to come up, pick a couple of keywords that you guys solve. Okay, so definitely people want results, and when you talk about your target audience, say it's renovations, then it's renovation results. So you see where I'm going with this. So number 1 principle: come up with a title. Okay. Now, if you want, Mia, in the Champion CEO group, or any of you guys in the Contractor Tips group, if you want to put the title of what you're thinking about regarding your sales process, great. But here's the thing. See, Mia, you've already got 5 steps. A lot of people listening to this, they're like, I don't know. I don't even have a sales process. I don't even have steps. So you've got to come up with that actually first, okay? So now that we got the title, now what do? Well, we're on this website. So now what do? Well, we still don't jump into all the wording. So we make it visual, okay? So now, Mia, what we want to do is we want to come up with a graphical representation, okay? And there's tons of free graphical representations out there. You can go online, especially some of these companies that they sell PowerPoint presentations and things like that. You want to come up with almost like a model, okay? You guys, maybe some of you guys have seen, Profit for Contractors, right? It's called our Contractor's Genius Model, right? And it has 3 circles, and there's a flow to it, and there's certain steps to it, and it's all real, okay? But it allows people to get a visual representation, and visual representations are 10 to even 100x. All that wording that you're putting in. So now, Mia, what you want to do is you got the title, okay? And we could just have 5 boxes, okay? But the more that you can make it graphical, the more that you can use color, right, visual, and the more that it can relate directly with, what you're calling your sales process, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a game changer. At this stage, when they start looking at that visual representation, and in that visual representation, you just want to break down sort of the titles of each of those different phases, which, by the way, Mia, you've already got. And then you want to bullet point, okay? Bullet point. Maybe the top 3, no more than 5 bullet points. Try to keep it to 3, okay? You can mix it up a bit. Maybe one has 3, one has 5, one has whatever, but you don't want to go anything less than 3, okay? And you're just going to have 3 core bullet points that are in there, okay? So, as an example, Mia, in that first one, say it's, I don't know, maybe, Mia, you can just type in what your very first phase is, okay? What is your very first phase called, okay? And then I'm going to maybe comment to it, all right, in a second. So, let's just say that it's called the evaluation phase. Okay, so this is the first potential phase of of this process that we have, this 5-step process. So it's called evaluation. Okay, so in there you're gonna have bullets like understand the true needs, right, of client. Okay, oh wow. Okay, identify unknown pitfalls. Okay, notice what's happening. I'm building curiosity. Hey, look, consultation. Okay, so consultation. So consultation is okay, but could we come up with a sexier name for that really piques their interest? Good morning, Mikey. Hey, Mia, Alex. Okay, awesome to have all you guys on here. Liam. Okay, so come up at every single one of these stages. We want to, it's almost like going fishing. I'm about to get ready for vacation here. Well, it's actually, I'm on vacation, but I love doing this stuff. I don't see it as work. But anyways, when we're looking at this, every one of these different boxes, every one of these different phases, we want it to be a really sexy title. Okay, so let's think of some, maybe, well, consultation might be okay, but maybe we call it understanding needs. Okay, maybe that's what we called, right? And then we piggyback off that with really cool bullet points, short. Okay, really maybe 5 words, 7 words max. Okay, because notice what we're doing. We caught their attention, regarding these, the title of our process. Then we've got a visual representation right below it, okay? And we're breaking out the different steps along the way. And then we're breaking down the key, what is it they're going to walk away with? Think about this. Always think about this, guys. Each one of these phases, what are they walking in to that phase with? And what is it that we want them to walk out with on that phase, okay? So the walking in part would probably be the very first bullet, hence understanding needs, okay? Then, what's the walking out part, okay? Absolute clarity on client's dreams, okay? Like you can see. And in the middle bullet could be something like, identify and share, or, share unknown, pitfalls and challenges, okay? Because you're going to educate them, okay? So, guys, make it visual, okay? So, We've come up with the title, we've laid out the different steps in a visual aid, okay, so they can see it. And the other thing about visual is this: people remember pictures, okay? They're not going to remember paragraphs. They're going to remember pictures, okay? And so now what do? The third part is this, okay? Now, if they want a little more clarity, maybe they can click on it on your website. Maybe get a little bit complicated here, but they can, they can click on it, okay? And click on that box, and it can go down to more detail, and that's where maybe your paragraph comes in, Mia. So it's not all lost, okay? But we want to catch their attention. We want to get them to keep going, moving forward, and understanding what your process is in a very within seconds. We want to make sure that you look like the authority, and that we're piquing their curiosity from what they're walking in with and what they're walking out with, okay? And we're using words that really catch their attention and really resonate with them, okay? Simple, easy peasy. So here's number 3 principle, okay? So number 1 was the title. Number 2 was turn it into a picture. Use colors. Make it sexy. Make them want to be inquisitive about what this is all about. By the way, that's going to also differentiate you from the competition. Freaking hands down, okay? Number 3, let's freaking take it to the next level. This becomes me a part, and everybody here, becomes part of your true sales process. So imagine you sit down in front of them and you've got a 2-page, 3-page, don't want to be too complex, little flyer that you've put together, okay? And maybe not a flyer, but you know what I'm talking about, a pamphlet, okay? And you're going to sit down with them, and when the first thing when you open that up, what's going to be in it? The same picture. And as you're talking to them, you're going to visually go through each of the different phases, explaining it to them. Okay, the next phase is this, the next phase is this. So this not only makes you the authority, this not only creates a sales process, this increases your conversion rate significantly. This filters fast, okay? People that don't fit your process, right? Maybe step 2, that they don't fit. Well, good thing that figuring this out at step 2 versus step 3, where maybe we're actually working with them going, oh my God, we got a nightmare client. Okay. And it allows you to position yourself, above the others, differentiating yourself above the others, and allows you to have a consistent process, not only for the office, okay, to make sure that things are being communicated, but more importantly, that things are being communicated from the office to the field. Like it applies everywhere. Now, Mia, you want to take this to the next level? Here we go. You do a little video, like a 1-minute video, okay? Could go something like this. Hey, it's Mia and Justin. We wanted to just, welcome you, yada, yada, yada. And we just want to really explain that we have a 5-step process. And the purpose of the 5-step process is to ensure that our clients get exactly not just what they need, but they get above and beyond what they need. They get the insights to know how to have a successful project. Communication is absolutely critical. So that's why in the first phase of our process, we do, in your case, this consultation, which involves bullet A, B, C. The next step is such and such. If we are a fit, because we might not be a fit. If we are, by the way, you want to say that because that makes you the prize, and be authentic, right? If we are a fit, then we will go to the second phase. And the second phase is basically, walking you through some examples, showing you actual, not just testimonials. We'll actually bring you, if you'd like, to clients that have actually used us, so you can see firsthand how this process actually works and how it's helped them make their dreams become reality. Okay, step 3, you get it, guys, right? Step 4, step 5, right? So Mia, that's like a 1 to 2 minute video, and man, now we got what? We got the visual, we got the auditory, right? Now, the kinesthetic part of it, guys, is what? That's where you get to the stage where you're meeting with them in person, and they're actually getting some form of a pamphlet that goes hand in hand. Everything's synergistic. Everything's working together like a well-oiled machine. So that's it, guys. So if you don't have a sales process, guys, make sure you get a sales process. If you do have a sales process and you got a website, make sure that you communicate your process in a way that is digestible, sexy, that's going to really keep their attention and really make them feel like, you're the prize, right? Make you the prize, right? Yes, they are the prospect, but you need to look like the prize because you are the prize, okay? And if we want to be the prize, well, then we have to communicate that. And remember this, guys. Remember this. Your clients don't know what you know. Your job is to educate them. If they are making a decision and they've gone with your competition because the competition has provided more information, or maybe they've gone with the competition because of a lower price and you haven't explained what the cost is associated with them not having a 5-step process. Okay, now I'm not saying you need to bash your competition. They'll do it themselves just by you going, listen, I don't know who else you've talked to. I'm not sure what kind of process that they have. Mia, Alex, everybody, you want to use that, okay? Use that little script I just gave you, okay? I'll just say it again. So when you're sitting down with the prospect or you're on the phone with the prospect, whatever, you want to direct them to the website. You want to make sure that they're getting somehow very quickly, email, whatever, this visual aid of your sales process. So that when you're on the phone with them, you're able to say to them, hi there, Mrs. Jones. Yes, I got a few questions for you. I'm not sure if we're going to be the right fit for you. If I don't think we're the right fit for you, I'll do my best to direct you to other contractors that might be the right fit. But if you are the right fit, then what I'd like to do is walk you through this 5-step. Then we will walk you through this 5-step sales process. Now, I'm not sure if you talk to anybody else. I'm not sure what kind of process that they have. Actually, don't want to use sales process, but let's call it success process, or something along those lines. Whatever it is that you're going to call it. Okay. So now what happens is, imagine the prospect going, wait a second, I did talk to 2 people, or even if they haven't and they're going to, they start talking to the competition. Yeah, so tell us how you're going to do this project for us. Oh yeah, well, we're just going to do this and do this and do this. And there's no process. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, their confidence factor is going to dive, and the confidence they're going to have in you is going to go through the roof. So, Andrew Houston, Profit for Contractors, okay? Helping contractors become permanently profitable, getting their profits to pay for their freedom, and getting them to go from chaos to control along our process. All right. So guys, hope you guys are having a great Saturday. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm just getting ready here to go on a little bit of vacay, and I got my amazing team backing me. And that's it, guys. Super pumped. Catch you on the flip side. All right, let me know how this benefited you, and let us know a little bit about your sales process. And Mia, I would love for you to share with the group a little bit of insights of maybe some of the titles that you've come up with for your sales process. If you want us to critique it, no problem. All right, put it out there and the world will help you. All right, see you guys. Catch you later. Ciao.